Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope y'all are doing well. It's your boy burstzgyt back here, and finally I am here with this review of the KO21 and KO22 from Beast Deities, formerly Kong Studios. And I know a lot of you have been waiting for this one, just been a little bit busy, but we're gonna get this one out the way. Now, there isn't too much that I'm gonna say differently from my prior review with K23 and 24, as these figures basically follow the same suit, and I do have the official Super Saiyan Blue Vegito there, just to kind of give you an idea and see what these 3.0s kind of shape up to be as opposed to the 2.0 body. But this video is going to be very short. Like I said, it's not too much different than the K24 and 23 figures, and I actually do have it side by side, well, on the side here, just to kind of show off when we get to the articulation bit. So without further ado, let's just pick up this figure and examine it. All right, we had a little tumble there. I don't know if you caught that, but here we are back to the figure. So what I was gonna start talking about is basically just, you know, the figure overall. I mean, it still follows the same suit as the superhero Gohan body in terms of replicating it. And of course, they've taken certain liberties to make it different and look like Vegito. Up here, it still is very good soft plastic. These are kind of molded onto the shoulders. The hair, really nice. I kind of always prefer it to be somewhere near a pale kind of blonde look to it, and they kind of carried that over with the hair here. I know we've seen different variations of their Super Saiyan 3 hair as well over the last few months, and I'm kind of curious what led them to kind of settle on this look instead of maybe the glossy Super Saiyan Pearl Senti look and stuff like that. But I do think it turned out really well, and of course, you know, a lot of people are not too happy about these extra, you know, expression lines kind of there in the forehead, and I can understand that. I think you can take them off if you want to with like nail polish remover. I know it's like with a Q-tip or something like that, but do be careful because, you know, you can wipe off more than that. I do think the likeness overall is really good, and I mean, on a buffer body like this, you know, it's really cool. Of course, you know, here you have kind of the colors to kind of compare and contrast. Obviously, this Vegito is a lot, you know, lighter in terms of the colors, while this DBS Vegito is darker, kind of. And you can kind of tell here. And he's got the brighter boots as well, and kind of a brighter orange going on there. And as for the accessories, again, it's nothing too different from the Goku. Obviously he doesn't have the same faces, but they aren't anything super out of this world. So he does have his gritting teeth expression. You can see he's got the Patara. He's got a nice looking down expression, really cool. And then he's got his yelling expression. And those are the same for both Super Saiyan 3 Blue and Super Saiyan Vegito here, or Super Saiyan 3 Vegito. I do believe that there may be one other face that neither of these two have, which is a side eye face that comes with K25. Currently, that guy's been sitting up alone on 5K Toys, not being ordered. So if you guys are interested, it does have the Capsule Corp, you know, outfit colors. It's not necessarily accurate though, as it doesn't have the same gi and whatnot, so be wary of that. But if you do want it, it's sitting there and it's not been bought yet. His hands, so he gets the chop hands, you know, stance, his stance, or yeah, fighting stance hands, kind of grabbing hands. I've always used this hand kind of like, I guess, crossed arms for the, yeah, this hand right here. It's kind of good for crossed arms or putting his hands on his hips, stuff like that. Also good for like choking Zamasu, really cool. And yeah, nothing too crazy. I do think that he needs to have Ki Blast hands. I don't know why they don't include that with neither of the Goku or Vegito for some reason, but I guess you could just use the official hands and clip them on there and it should work perfectly fine. Of course, we don't have a 3.0, you know, Vegeta, so, well, you could use the GT Vegeta hands, but the color definitely won't match, so there is that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories. You know, the halo is there. I've heard people having problems with the halo. I have not experienced that myself. I just kind of put it in there a little bit and that's the deal. So not sure what the main issue people are experiencing with that, but I've heard people saying they need to cut it, it doesn't fit, all that stuff. And I just take it out and, oops, let me do it. Not looking at the camera. Oh. Yeah, you just put it in there like that and it stays. So I don't know. That's just something I've been a little confused at hearing about, but if people are generally having those issues, then what are you gonna do? So yeah, that's pretty much it, you know, design wise from them. Nothing too complicated. Quick articulation, looking at him. So of course, as I mentioned in the prior video, the hair is articulated. So you can do all this cool stuff with it. Unfortunate part is that it's not supported very well. So you have to be very specific, you know, in the poses you do, if you want the hair to be, you know, standing up. And yeah, that's about it when it comes to this guy. We're gonna take the head off and make it easier. And I guess, yeah, one last thing. The way that this peg looks, you know, big gap there. And it doesn't really look all that good like that, you know. I don't know, something about the way that they did their neck pegs just makes it kind of look a little elongated a little bit, and all that space back there really doesn't help. Now, getting into the articulation bit over the body. So of course you've got your articulation here at the neck. Can't really do that much otherwise. You've got your arm T-pose, bicep swivel. There is a common issue with the arms popping off. I'm aware of that. Seems to be kind of, you know, a 50-50 chance on if you get that with your figure, as all four of mine don't necessarily have that problem. However, on a few of them, I do have the issue with the hands not staying on that well. So that's kind of my trade-off. But here again, like I mentioned, soft plastic. This is sculpted in. Drop down is really, it's really crazy. Not necessarily a natural kind of drop down because it looks very out of place, but definitely a lot of range there. So definitely gonna be interested to see how far I can take that articulation in pictures. Then you have your bend here at the elbow. And you've got your swivel. And then you've got your, oops, little tight. There might be, is there, nope, no inhibitor, no limiter. I don't know why I was saying inhibitor, what am I talking about? No limiter in there from what I could tell, which is good, because I don't know why Smoshi does that. But as far as you can go without using this midsection, and then of course, that's how far I can get down with it. Legs, pretty much almost the whole split. Kick, knee, and here is where he is a little bit better than the Goku essentially. So in the ankles, he does have a better range, like, of the ankle swivel. The Goku for some reason just falls short because there's articulation being blocked off here at the shoe. Let me grab him. It's like this, I had to cut this off, so that's why it looks like that. But it is being blocked off. You couldn't really, you know, go really that far like that. It looks weird. It's cut off too easily. And I mean, you can't really even take the feet down. So Vegito wins in the articulation point when it comes to the ankles. And that sets him a little bit higher over the Goku for me. That is something that they would have had to kind of look through when they were developing this figure and kind of say, well, how can we make Goku's, you know, ankle articulation a lot better? And it looked like they just favored design more over there in terms of the figure. But yeah, this Vegito has a little bit better range in the ankles. And then you've got your toe articulation there. And of course, I mean, he can go a little bit better and it's easier down there, but gonna be blocked by that little piece of the boot there. So in conclusion, I mean, it's basically the same figure, you know, there's nothing too different about it, but I do set it a few points above the Goku, just for that ankle swivel. Everything else about them is relatively the same, materials, all that articulation for the most part, like I said, and design. At that point, it really is just up to you. Which one did you prefer to buy, or do you prefer buying in the future? And it looks like there might be a little bit of a reprint going on with 5K Toys getting some more for K21 through 24. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think for the price point of $54, they're okay. And, you know, they feel like figures from Tamashii Nations in some regard. But for $64 and onward, I mean, you might as well wait for the official at that point, because they come with bare bone accessories. Like, I feel like the figures are cool, but they're not enough on their own to, you know, make me feel good about paying that much money for them. Especially like the special variants, I don't agree with those prices. Like K26 being almost 80 bucks without, you know, shipping, it's just insane to me. And the fact that they're $64 for these two, and that's likely what they'll be priced at next time when 5K Toys gets more stock. Is it worth it? You could just wait till an official comes. Or if Demonical Fit ever wants to, you know, put out some figures that are new, not reissues, using new bodies, then hopefully they would do that, and it could be that Goku. And we know that they usually are priced a little cheaper than Kong products, so I don't know. That's kind of my spew on that, but yeah, good figure. We didn't already see AFFM Customs is doing conversion pegs. They did already go live, but don't worry, he did say that there are going to be more that he prints. So just be on the lookout. He's going to go through all the orders, and then I believe he'll make, you know, some more community posts and whatnot on Instagram or Facebook, etc., of when he's going to do another run. And it looks like, you know, the fact that they sold out, it's a good thing. It shows that there's interest. So I'm sure he'll continue to keep kind of adding these, you know, conversion pegs up on his eBay page when he's available to. Just, you know, be patient. Be sure to interact with his posts, you know, on Facebook or Instagram. Just kind of, you know, show you're there, you want interest, and don't, you know, feel scared to actually ask him. I mean, he's a really cool dude, and he'll let you know like what he's working on. So yeah, be sure to check the community tab. There's always going to be news there, and I'm running behind on reviews, so we're catching up. But yeah, that's the review for the K21, K22 figures. They're good. If you have them, I think it was a worthy investment if you have them and you like them. If you don't have them and you're kind of iffy on the price or just the figures in general, I would say it's just better to wait for the official. It's not a necessity. They're just cool to have right now. They're not a necessity, but I'm pretty sure that whenever Tamashii Nations gets to it, you know, you've seen what's possible from a third party. Just think about what's possible from an official company, and let's hope they don't play no games. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.